Do you like Maltesers? Do you like chocolate? Do you like cake? Well, if you do, then you're in the right place, because today we are baking Maltesers Chocolate Cake. The ingredients, as always, are in the description. My name is Roman, you're watching Urban Treats. Let's get started. We're going to start by creaming together our butter with our white sugar, and we're going to add our brown sugar as well. And we're going to cream that on a medium speed until it's really light, fluffy and creamy. So now that our butter and sugar cream is nice and fluffy, we're going to add in our eggs. And then we're going to add in our flour. We add in our baking soda and baking powder. And for the malt flavor, I'm adding this mixture of 50 grams of cacao and 100 grams of Malt Drink. And you can really just use any type of malt drink that you find in a supermarket. Some of them will already be mixed with cacao, so if they are, then just go with 150 grams of that full drink. Add that in here. And we mix this until it's well combined. So now that our cake batter is ready, we're going to divide it in two of our forms that I've prepared here, and then we're going to bake them at 175 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. Now we're going to pop on our baking belts, and then we're going to put them in the oven and bake them at 175 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until we do a skewer test and make sure it comes out clean. Okay, so while our sponge cake is baking in the oven, we are going to prepare our Maltesers Buttercream. And for that, we are going to start by creaming our butter. Make sure it's room temperature. And once the butter is creamed, we're going to add in our icing sugar. I'm doing this slowly so it doesn't fly all over the place. Give it a couple of seconds to blend, and then we'll add some more. And for our Maltesers flavor, we're going to add another 100 grams of our Malt Drink. And I'm going to add a drop of vanilla extract. Our super tasty Maltesers Buttercream is now ready, and all we have to do is wait for our sponges to bake and then cool down, and then we can assemble our cake. So I'll see you in a second. So our sponge cake is cooled down, and I've cut it into 3 layers, and we are going to assemble the cake. I've got my buttercream ready, I've got my confectionery knife, and I have my bench scraper, which I'm going to use to straighten out the outside. So let's try and add equal amounts of buttercream. Try to measure in spoons. So 3 spoons of buttercream. This is quite thick, so I'm going to be a bit more careful with this one. If your buttercream is too thick, then you can add a little bit of milk to make it a bit easier to work with. And now we're gonna apply a crumb layer to lock in all the crumbs. So really light. This doesn't have to look great at all. We really just want to lock in all the crumbs so that in our final finish, they don't blend into the buttercream on the outside. So we'll apply some on the sides. Just lightly add our crumb layer. Straighten it out. Okay, so we are going to pop this in the fridge and let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes so that the crumb layer settles, and then we can apply our final layer and decorate. Our crumb coat is settled, and we are going to add our final layer of buttercream, and then I have some actual Maltesers here, which we are going to use to decorate our cake. I hope you enjoyed my Maltesers cake recipe. I'm back again next Wednesday with more cooking and baking tutorials. If you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you check out the rest of the channel. In the description, you will also find a link to our blog and a printable version of this recipe. Now, let's give the Maltesers cake a try. See you next week.